Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning anything under the sun. This is various boxing chat. Just wanted to reach out to you guys, see how everybody was doing. We have we have one person on the chat. Salute to you. Counterpunch to you. We have two on the chat. When you guys come in, hit that like button. You know, this is Cruising with Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. You know how it goes. New news around the corner. We have Mr. Usyk. Usyk has been the man of the day, guys. Alexander Usyk, the WBO mandatory man of the hour, of the day. Alexander Usyk. Usyk wants some of that smoke from Wilder, as you guys know. If you guys haven't seen the video yet, I've posted it maybe about an hour and a half ago. You know, breaking that down and the possibilities of those fights happening and the outcome, right? And what does it mean to heavyweight sports, heavyweight boxing? So, but I do think Alexander Usyk is a very dangerous opponent, and I don't think a lot of people would really want to tangle with that rough customer. How's everybody's holidays going? Hope everyone's doing well. You know, I had a pretty chill Christmas myself. You know, nothing special. Recovering. Did too much celebrating at too much of time, so I'm just kicking it, hanging back. You know, hope you guys got the content I got out for you guys today. But we have Gary Russell Jr. He's kicking up dust. Alex Stancado. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Alex is in the building. That's what's up. Where are you guys located? Where are we at in this crazy world? How do we feel about 2020 ending? Saludos, Vilvillas, Jalisco. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Who you picking in Garcia Campbell fight? Man, you know, I haven't. The problem about Luke, I haven't seen much of Luke, honestly. You know, to make an assessment, so I don't really know. Las Vegas is in the house. How's Las Vegas doing since COVID? Have they opened back up? People making money, or people losing money, people playing money, or everything shut down like it's ghost town, like Bugsy Siegel owns it or something like that. But back to Luke Campbell. I haven't seen a lot of him because, you know, he got sick, and of course, he's making some promises. He's feeling better, but I don't even really know if he started feeling bad. You know how? Because I know he tested positive, but you know, so did a lot of fighters. You know, Luke Campbell, Eddie Hearn himself, actually, Povetkin. You know, he tested positive. Oh man, it's empty. Yeah, I can imagine. Nobody wants to get sick trying to gamble. What do you think about Plant versus Truax? I think it's a decent fight. You know, I'm ready for Sweet Hands to do something, and I think he's that guy, that him or Billy Joe. And then I think Billy Joe and Sweet Hands would be a very, very good fight. Very, very good fight. Sarah Brotherhood. Cheers for keeping it real through 2020. UK can only hope 2021 gets better for everyone. Hope everyone in the US had a great Christmas or made the most. Thank you, Sarah. On this end, I couldn't ask for too much more. So, you know, but I don't expect much these days. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, yeah, I had a great time. You know. Oye, mi gente. It's, who is this? Mr. Ramos. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. But no, the Christmas was good. It was real good. But I'm rolling with Garcia. I think Garcia has the momentum, and I think he's more charged up. But you can't make up for skill. He definitely has the speed, and I think he catches a lot of people off guard because of how fast he is. You know, let's see if he comes in there with, you know, it's a test for him, definitely. And you got to give him full props if he does beat Luke. Because he's been screaming and claiming that he's been ready forever. Even though his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, didn't believe him. And, you know, and I think he takes it as maybe he didn't believe in him, which there's a difference between believing in a fighter, what they can do tomorrow versus what they can do now, you know. Gerald, Gerard, counterpunch to you, brother. You ain't need Christmas, your channel already lit, real talk. Appreciate you, brother. You know, it has its moments, you know what I mean? I'm proud, you know, glad to say, you know, people support me and all that good stuff, you know. Shaq Solder, what's up, brother? Big respect from the UK. We're stuck in the tier 4 of lockdown. Damn. Now, is tier 4, is that like the highest or is that the lowest? Appreciate the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. Jay Rodriguez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Igual para ti. Yeah, man. Yeah, this lockdown's real. They don't have that a lot over here now. The lockdown shit. I mean, because, I mean, they just don't. No, it's the highest. Wow. Crazy. Man from the UK. You think Billy Joe will hold his own against Canelo if they ever fought? Yeah. Absolutely. And you see, you know, I'm going to tell you why. Billy Joe is not going to just take any shit fight or opportunity to fight Canelo. Like a lot of people. A lot of people take notices knowing damn well they're not even prepared to fight someone like Canelo. You know? But hopefully Canelo's image is getting better. I think he's getting more lenient and respectful of other fighters due to the fact that he doesn't have that Oscar De La Hoya protection plan. So, you know, I think that may be the case with Canelo. You guys, when you come in, hit the like button for me. Much appreciated. You rock with Latinos heavy. Yeah, it's in my blood, buddy. Yeah. My people are from the Caribbean. What's up, boys and girls? Merry Christmas. Cheers unknown. Back at you. So that's crazy. The highest. Damn. So that means no bars, no convenience stores, no what? Like, what, like the highest? Meaning I know they got to restrict certain things or more things being the highest tier. So how is that like? What a coincidence that the UK lifted its lockdown and allowed fans to attend sporting events this week of the AJ fight. Immediately after AJ fight, they make it, yeah, they make it no fans again. Well, it just shows you like the economy and what people desire, you know, versus the priority from the fans, from the people. I mean, that's what it shows me, you know, and it also shows that Tyson Fury couldn't even fight Caballero because Caballero, they couldn't even give the money. They couldn't even find money for the man. That shit's sad, bro. You can't make that up. You know, you can't excuse that. D-Town Blaster. What's up, brother? This is what D-Town Blaster said. What's up, Kurt, in the chat? Hope everyone enjoyed their time with their families and their loved ones. Y'all made it through 2020. It wasn't easy. Counterpunch to all. Hey, thank you for the super chat, brother, but I'm going to tell you something, the counterpuncher. I don't want to sound optimistic, or should I say pessimistic, but I want to sound optimistic with my dyslexic self. It's not over. We still have, shit, how many days? 4 more days. You know? And it's crazy, man. You know, we're almost there, though. We're almost there, definitely. So we'll see what happens. you know, in these 5 days. And Hope 21 is kind of like the end of the rainbow, you know, a ray of hope. Jim McDonald, counterpunch to you, brother. Pretty much nothing. Local shops with social distancing. Okay. You are correct, sir. I left myself open to that counterpunch. Yeah, man, a lot of people, because it's just people that recently passed. And you're like, damn. Remember Arturo Gatti, Ricky Torre, of course. He's one of my favorite fighters, man. I remember when he fought Moulet. Remember when his wars with mighty Ivan Robinson from Philly? Yeah, those are some good fights. You know, the saga. And look, see, here's the thing. You know what made the Ward Gotti fights so special? They didn't really supposed to happen. They were like a fan friend. That's almost like a David Tua versus Mike Tyson type of situation. It wasn't for like heavy, like for championships. It was for a reckoning, because both of those guys was respected and had a diehard fan base. Okay, and they both were just tough, gritty fighters. They gave you exciting fights. Either they won or they lost. They still were exciting and people wanted to watch them. That's what made it so spectacular between the two. And really, Gotti honestly looked at at Mickey Ward like, you know, hey, he's the older guy, which he was, which, you know, he will always be, I guess. And Mickey Ward didn't make the money that Gotti made. You know, Gotti made the big bucks because, you know, he had some bread. Mickey Ward did okay. Mickey Ward was mostly a ESPN fighter. It's Floyd. It's Lotello, I think Floyd. But he was mostly a ESPN2 Friday Night Fights type of fighter. Okay. While Arturo Gatti was fighting on HBO Championship Boxing, HBO, you know, Boxing After Dark, you know, those type of venues, you know, and hitting those numbers from HBO Sports when HBO Sports was the shit. See, if you were good and you graduated from a smaller venue on television like ESPN2, then you could be granted to those. Like Antonio Diaz, he was one of my favorite heavyweights. He used to be a favorite on ESPN2. He went up to fight Shane Mosley. He got knocked. He was the first time. Sugar Shane took him down to the ground for the first time ever in his career. He was just a type of competition fact level that, you know, he wasn't ready for. He wasn't on that level. So he was back on fight on ESPN2. So saying all that to say this, Mickey Ward was the guy that was looked at as that ESPN2, Max Kellerman, Bob Papa, you know, Brian Kenny era. Okay. Those were those guys. Now, when they did fight, Mickey Ward showed him not only that he belongs, but he was just as good. He just had just as much heart, you know, not as good as skill wise, but he had just as much grit. His work rate was impeccable. You know, he wasn't as fast. His reflexes wasn't as quick, but he was able to catch him with his favorite left hook to the body. Head, body, head, Mickey, head, body, head. So, yeah. So those guys, you know, Arturo Gatti, absolutely. You know, and I think he won 2 out of 3 of those fights. But then that just shows you, do you miss HBO boxing? I do. Do I miss the commentary? Hell no, I don't. Jim Lampley, I miss Jim Lampley. Harold Letterman, I don't. I don't miss Harold Letterman. You know, he showed his true colors, like when Tyson Fury beat Wilder, and then he made it about race. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? He cut him up like a katana. But like Jim Lampley, Jim Lampley get the crying and shit. So you can't say he ain't passionate about boxing, bro. You know what I mean? Harold Letterman, he was just around too damn long. He was around when shit was bad. You know, so. Kaylee and Simon, and Counterpunch to you will obviously win, but I am saying, will you be live for it? I may. It's Floyd, you know what I mean? You look at these guys that retired, you know, and this is their opportunity to shine back in the spotlight, to give them a shell of themselves in performance and popularity. So, yeah, I'll do that. You know, I was really hyped for Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson. Why not Floyd? Floyd is a guy that, you know, he demands respect too. And, of course, he craves attention. So... But yeah, I'll be live for it though. I should be. Season greeting from Wales. DJ Anton, counterpunch to you, brother. Andre Rodriguez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Maybe AJ goes to Floyd's fights. Maybe he will. You know, he might be. That's if he can fly and, you know, during the lockup shit. Love Mayweather's response to who he thinks will win out of Floyd AJ. You know, anything can happen in boxing, in the sport of boxing, but I don't really matter. I don't really care because I'm not getting paid for it. Luka Lazovic. I'm great. How you doing, Luka? Gerard. Yeah, miss HBO boxing. Myself, commentary was crap. Yeah, you know, it was. Hugo Herrera. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Boss. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, don't worry, Manny will be back fighting Conor. I want to fight Conor McGregor. I think Conor is, I want to challenge a UFC fighter. I think he'll give a big challenge for me in my career. Oh, man. Damn, Manny. I think Conor is better now than he within Floyd because he has the experience. But I think I am ready to fight Conor McGregor. You want Errol Spencer? Terrence Crawford? I think I would rather fight Conor McGregor. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You guys ever heard Michael Blackston as he translates them? That shit's really hilarious, man. Never really watch HBO boxing for some reason. I always hear great stuff about it. Can you explain what I missed out on? Well, they hosted some of the best fights. You know, where you had a lot of those Manny Pacquiao fights on HBO pay-per-view. Juan Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao. You know, and now not saying all the commentary was bad. I like Jim Lampley, but Harold Letterman was far to the left. You had Roy. Sometimes you had Roy. Sometimes you had Bernard Hopkins. Sometimes you had George Foreman. And they would be the actual fighters in there that would commentate, that knew what the hell they were actually talking about in the sport of boxing. But yeah, it's some funny shit, man. I would advise you, Slotello, to go back and like YouTube some of the arguments. You know, Floyd cussed out Harold Letterman one time. That shit was amazing. You know, HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit. You're not shit. If I was 50 years younger, I'd kick your ass. That shit was amazing, man. Yeah, but they have it on YouTube. Somebody uploaded it, I'm pretty sure. You know. Mickey Ward versus Trilling. God, it was on HBO. Oh, yeah, it was on HBO. David Tua versus Ika Barabucci, HBO. Mickey Ward, back in the day when he fought Zab Judah, when Zab Judah was a phenom, okay? He fought him. I think that was on HBO, too. I could be wrong. Yeah, Larry Merchant. That's right. Larry Merchant. That's the name. Yeah, Larry Merchant. There you go, on point, dogs. Thanks for the counterpunch. Larry Merchant was that guy. You know, he was that damn Klansman with the microphone. You know, I'm just enjoying this. You know, the white fighters. I'm like, what the fuck? It's supposed to be about boxing. You know, but that just shows you where their mind was at. You know what I'm saying? It just shows you where their mind was at. I'm just enjoying this moment. Like, this moment? Fuck. Tyson Fury ain't American, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Larry Merchant. But it is so crazy. Everybody thought Floyd was, out of order for cussing him out because he was trying to always slick and look. This is back when Floyd, though, he was money Mayweather, but over the years, even when Floyd was considered pretty boy and he was whooping all these fucking guys, right? There shouldn't be, Sarah, but obviously to Larry Merchant it was, but he was always trying to, yeah, it's nice weather, but it's shitty. You turn the air on, it's too cold. You turn the air off, it's too hot. This weather in Texas is fucking shitty. It's a good way to get sick. Take your multivitamin, take some emergency, drink lots of water, and you should be fine. But, yeah, he was always trying to say some shit about Floyd. Well, Floyd, do you think that these guys have any type of way to beat you? How will you challenge yourself? He did the same shit with Roy Jones. He did the same shit with Bernard Hopkins. Facts. He did that. And Bernard, man, Bernard went at him. He told Bernard, why would you want to fight this guy even if he's a mandatory? Why would you want to fight this particular fighter where no one wants to see? And Bernard's really outspoken and he's not stupid either. It's like, Larry, stop being ignorant. Stop being ignorant. If I didn't fight him, they were going to strip me of my title. Therefore, I had to fight him. Well, that you just got paid to do nothing. That's all right, Larry. You get paid to do nothing at all. That's all right, Larry. I fight with sticks, stones, and bottles in the streets of Philly. I do that shit for free. Back in Philly. Oh, yeah, man. Like Larry, that fucking guy, but he showed his colors. Yeah, it was Larry Merchant. That's why he cussed Larry out. Like Floyd went off on him like nobody, though, because he just had it. Like after that, Victor Ortiz, that shit was crazy. Yeah, he didn't like him. But see, the thing is, Larry said the same shit about Roy Jones Jr., said the same shit about Bernard Hopkins, and Floyd. So it's like, okay, don't you see the trend there? You know what I mean? I'm not the smartest person in the world, but it doesn't take, a genius to figure out, well, maybe you just don't like Ben coming out and saying, oh, I'm just enjoying that the white fighter won. Like, well, what? Okay, so now you're saying this whole time, that's why you had a problem with black fighters? Is it fair to say that, Larry? No, I never said that, you son of a bitch. Oh, man, it's crazy. Mighty Villain, counterpunch to you and happy Boxing Day to you, too. What was I watching today? I was watching, I can't remember who I was watching today. Damn. It was a pretty good bout. It was early this morning. I started watching. Can't remember. Larry the loser. Yeah, it's like Lady Shan says. He's the mayor of Loserville. He's a fucking loser. She's probably on here. She's probably gonna trip out. She hears me mimicking her. Not mocking, mimicking. There's a difference. Mimicking is a good way. Mocking is like derogatory. Yeah. I was a kid and I still was like, really, dude? What was I watching today? Can't remember. Got done watching Floyd Mayweather versus Diego Corrales. Yeah, that man, I tell you, that fight was so surprising to me. And he shut out Diego Corrales. Like, he made him look like, and again, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Diego Chico Corrales, right, was fighting and was a fan favorite on ESPN2. he went to HBO to fight Floyd. Floyd was 24 and 0, 17 knockouts. Diego Corrales, I think, was like 33 and 0 with a high knockout percentage because he was knocking motherfuckers out because he was tall, he was rangy, he had a beard until Floyd hit him. And Floyd ain't known to be no knockout puncher. But it just shows you something about speed, how speed is power, especially when you catch someone off guard. Speed is the same reason Usyk can hit Floyd Money Mayweather, can hit Derek Chisora and make his ass do a dance, okay? He ain't a heavyweight, or he's not respected to have heavyweight power, but he was still able to catch Derek Chisora and make him do a little dance, right? So, still, that's what it is. It's all in all, speed is very, very useful. But I'm trying to remember who I saw today. It's crazy. Shut out a prime Corrales. He did. 130 was lit back in that day. I remember they had Floyd Mayweather, Diego Corrales, Joel Casamayor, and they had also a Brazilian fighter named Acelino Freitas. And Corrales fought Mayor. He won the first fight, but he wouldn't have won if it wasn't for point deductions. So then the same shit happened with Freitas Corrales, that Freitas beat Corrales because of fucking point deductions, right? And I think when Corrales fought Mayor again, Mayor beat him, and he dropped Corrales. But I think, honestly, Corrales was really never the same after that Floyd defeat. Because, he went down like 5 times in that fight. Floyd was a KO guy in the lighter weight. He was. 5 times. It was 5. It was either 5 or 7. Imagine if Floyd started training and promoted Usyk. Respect to Eastern European fighters. They have a long history in the sport of boxing. Respect to Eastern European fighters. I don't think they get enough credit. They have a long history in the sport of boxing. And I feel that Alexander Usyk, with my skills and my guidance, can go far in the sport of boxing. Farther than De La Hoya, farther than Eddie Hearn. No disrespect to Eddie Hearn. High and Low Sports Zentrum. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Appreciate the super chat, man. James Kirkland's going to put in work today. Really? Yeah, he's right here in Austin. Nice. Mighty Villain. Love it. Yeah, me and Usyk. A lot of people don't know. I play tennis. It's good with foot coordination. And, it keeps you a good mover, He was going through a rough time in life, night, around that time. If you remember, Floyd got him at a vulnerable time. Ramos, you know what it was? A lot of people don't know a lot about Diego Corrales, and people dive into careers, or should I say people's personal life was out there to certain fighters. For example, Johnny Tapia, Johnny Mi Vida Loca Tapia. He was always into some shit. He was like the Adrian Broner, but on a worse scale. He was on a higher scale than someone like AB. He was like on coke. They'd pick him up for parole. Cops would just come find him and take him to jail. Johnny, what'd you do? I don't know. I didn't do nothing. Albuquerque, I love you. And then he'd go to jail and shit. And it was like, damn. Arturo Gotti had a kind of, wildlife too. You know what I'm saying? But then Diego Corrales, he really, you know, he was into a lot of shit. He would get into like domestic shit. You know what I mean? Passing through this latitude. What's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you once again for the super chat. Metalbox J, respect from Northern England. Almost midnight and a storm outside. Damn. Sarah, yeah, I do voiceovers. I actually went to school for that. Have you seen the story of Pritchard Colon? That's the name of that Boricua. Yeah, that que pena. What the hell? Look, yeah. See, that man right there is a perfect example on why you shouldn't file behind the head. You don't know what you're doing to a person's back of his brain. There's a reason the shit's illegal. That's bullet stop. Counterpunch to you. So there's a reason why that's called a foul, because you can get hit in the back of the head. And, Pritchard Colon, you look at, like, the dude will never be the same again. He will never be the same. He was an undefeated fighter. He got hit in the back of the brainstem. That's why that shit's not warranted. Salute, CPB, Brotherhood. What's up, brother? Boxing Finesse Counterpunch to you. He may have been going through things, but he was whipped so thoroughly, I don't think it would have mattered. Also, though, Floyd did his own badgering and shit. Because you guys know before that fight, they got their entourage got in a big fight at a casino. And then Floyd and Diego didn't like each other for shit. And Floyd even had a rapper. I don't know how far in advance he got this rapper, but he had a rapper that was singing a song dissing Diego Corrales. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that got to him or whatever, but Floyd, he did his best to play mind games outside the ring. But Diego Corrales was in bad shape. Look, up into that his untimely death in 2007. Okay, he's been dead a long time now. He owed Golden Boy millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. He was in debt, people. The man was in debt. He went to jail for a stint of domestic abuse. He had a lot of shit going on with him. He was in gangs and shit like that. Diego Corrales. And you listen to him, he's just like, no, man, I'm good. No, everything's good. I'm good. Robski. Kurt, have you ever been to see the bats that live under the bridge in Austin? No, I haven't. I have not. I've seen bats here, but I haven't seen them under a bridge. We live with animals because people are animals. Wow. Usyk Wilder, good fight. Would like to see. That would be a good fight. Very much so. The Phantom Salad Dodger. Merry Christmas to you too, man. Yeah, Johnny Tapia backflips. I do remember Johnny Tapia. Albuquerque, I love you. Yeah, he was full of energy, man. He had such bad misfortune. He got in something was wrong with, I don't know if he OD'd one time, and I think his father and his brother, or his brother and his brother-in-law, were going to see him, and they got in a wreck and killed themselves. That type of shit happened to Johnny Tapia. So imagine coming out of that shit and hearing that type of news. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Think Usyk can beat AJ? I know he had a tough night against Chisora, but Styles, AJ doesn't swarm forward, and I have that bruising style like Chisora. Chisora hurt Usyk to the body, but Usyk has a really good chin. He does have a really good chin. Peace to you, Kurt. Happy holidays. Not sure if you saw the link I sent you on IG. Which link was that, Boxing Source? The Matchroom haters will be in tears when Hearn signs Canelo. I bet he promotes his next fight. He may. And then, Eddie Hearn doesn't give a shit. Eddie Hearn will give you a one fight contract like he did Mikey Garcia. That's why Mikey Garcia's still fighting with him. Karma Serene, those bats are disgusting, nothing to see. Chisora, gatekeeper. AJ is elite. Mighty villain, true. It's too early to push such a fight. I don't know. I think if Usyk's gonna do it, he should do it now. He's already 33 years of age. How long do you think he's gonna be in his prime? Usyk just grins back when hit enough to scare anyone. A lot of fighters do that, though, to be fair. Do you think Usyk can be a legend like Holyfield? Yeah. I just hope he doesn't end up like Holyfield. I mean, Holyfield ain't in bad shape, but I don't like to see any fighter that's punchy. You know. The old HBO guy was right. Floyd stank the place out often. Depends on who was fighting. AJ will pummel Usyk like he did Pulev. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Holyfield came up in the light heavyweight and cruiserweight. People forget he did. These guys need to stop playing. All the big heavyweights should stop ducking each other and fight. Robert Brown, you're absolutely right. Depends on who was watching too. Larry Merchant. Yeah, Larry Merchant, man. He was something else. Fair point on the age front, but just reckon he needs a couple more to build confidence at heavyweight. He already fought Joe Joyce. Think about it. He fought Joe Joyce in that World Boxing Series. That they didn't have they didn't have like they didn't have headgear and shit like that. So that was just like a regular fucking fight. And they were saying, oh, well, Usyk was marked up. Yeah, because he was getting punched. But he was doing punching too. He was punching the shit out of him. He was schooling Joe Joyce. Did he knock out Joe Joyce? Fuck. Who really at this point, who can really knock him out? It ain't like Triple D couldn't punch. He just could knock the big ass dude out. He had fucking still granite ass Andy Ruiz chin and shit. You know what I mean? So, no. You're losing your hair, make bears see through. Yeah, whatever. Larry Merchant should get on a Mike Tyson card. No, he shouldn't. Usyk has the skills to offset any heavyweight, mark my words. Usyk versus Joyce needs to happen. Mike Hall, look, have you seen them fight already? No, look, listen to this. World Boxing Series is the best pre-professional competition around. Better than the Olympics, but still amateur. Yeah, but then they're still fighting. Kurt, get some keeps to get your hair. I know, right? I need topic or some shit. Fucking go like The Rock. Motherfucker had hair, now it's not there. Bars. Never seen Canelo smile as much as he did when he worked with Hearn. Well, I mean, Hearn is about the business. He, as far as we don't know, he don't have any inner demons or not inner demons. Can't say that shit. Doesn't have any habits that we know of. Y'all just want to see Joe Joyce fracture someone's eye socket. It ain't gonna be Usyk's. Danny 67, counterpunch yourself. So much politics in boxing, Kurt. What's happening, brother? John M. Nothing much, just chilling, man. Just chilling. Talking about boxing. Breaking news, Mike Coppinger is reporting that Canelo and Reynoso is close to a 2-fight deal with Eddie Hearn. Hey, well, that's what you hear. That's probably what's going on, but I wouldn't doubt it. Garcia versus Campbell next Saturday. Yep, got to see it. Usyk has great stamina, footwork, and experience fighting super heavyweights. He does. You know, I mean, Joe Joyce, what, 6'5"? Look, he can fight these guys, man. He knows what it comes with. Now, fighting someone like Joshua or Wilder, that they're probably a little different because they're a little taller. But the dude knows what he's doing. He's seen it all. Joe Joyce needs more respect. A quiet woman is a dangerous one. Yeah, that's right, Sarah. Dangerous man or woman is a very dangerous one. Other than that top three, Ruiz, I think, is right there for the heavyweights. He is. Merry Christmas, Kurt. Counterpunch from Canada. You are missing the World Junior playing hockey up there. Yeah, I'm about to chill. I'm about to chill. Counterpunch Boxing News is the best on YouTube. Jay Stewart, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. Tyson Fury. AJ Elite Usyk hasn't been in there with that level. Well, but vice versa. You haven't been in there with a fucking decorated guy like Usyk. Usyk, man, watch. He's going to do a lot. He's going to do a lot. And everyone's going to be like, oh my God. I'm like, shit, I told you so. Don't be surprised. AJ equals Batman Fury. Joker Wilder equals Two-Face. AJ been in there with Vlad. Yeah. And then guess what? Do you guys forget what Usyk did to Vladimir Klitschko? You guys don't know what happened between when Vladimir Klitschko invited Alexander Usyk in for a media workout. He made fucking Vladimir kick him out. Because, Vladimir was a dude, but Usyk was that dude too. And he made him look bad. Yeah, absolutely. So it is what it is, guys, But I'm about to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys coming on the chat. We'll reconvene tomorrow on Sunday. Stay tuned for new videos daily. Everybody be safe. And you guys have been Counterpunch. Peace.